Hi everyone, this is Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty, and today I wanted to show you a technique I used to make multiple bookmarks that made it very quickly a little assembly style stamping. So I made a whole bunch of these bookmarks using my Stamparatus, and you're going to see how easy and quick they can be. So there's the one bookmark on the double-sided paper. It's a new paper. There's a little sheen to it. It's really pretty. And the stamp set I used was the Love What You Do stamp set, and the two stamps I used were It's a Beautiful Day and this flower. Okay, so here is a Stamparatus. There are lots of different ways of using it, so I'm really just going to show you how I used it to make this bookmark today, and then I'll make other videos in the future highlighting different ways of how to use it. But basically it comes with a few pieces. I already kind of have mine set up here, but it comes with a strong magnet. It comes with your base right here. It comes with two of these clear what do you call them? Clear plates, and they just hook in right here on these hinges right there. And then it also comes with a foam pad that I'm going to use today. Use those with the photopolymer stamps. It comes with two magnets. I'm just using one today. And I also put washi tape on my magnet because it's just easier to pick them up that way. All right, so what I did is I created a template just out of regular cardstock. I cut multiple circles using my stitched framelits circle that are the same size as my template. So I'm just going to put that right here so I know exactly where it is. Like I said, I have my stamps all set up because I made so many that I don't want to move them. So the cool thing about this technique is using the template, you can do multiples at a time or right after another. So I put my circle in the hole there, and I'm going to take my rich raspberry. Oh, actually, before I do that, I just want to show you something I discovered that's kind of handy, and I think I need to move this down to do it. So when the plates are down, they're down at an angle, but if you take, I think it's perfect, the clear stamp sets, they fit, it's just the right height to raise that up just to make it ink a little bit better. So that's my little tip for today. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that, or ink rather, with the rich raspberry, and just close it down, press, and there you go. And so what's really cool about this, the fast way is you take this one out, you put this one in, you ink, and you press, and oh, actually, see how I didn't quite get that? You can either ink again and press down again, or, oops, that sticks. Let me do another one. There we go. Sometimes they stick, but that's when you just lift them right off. Oh, here we go. There's a good example. That one didn't. And the reason why actually I wasn't pressing, because you can see here I have a lot of ink, and I actually have some on the back side, and I'm just going to wipe this part off because I'm getting it on my fingers. The part here I'm not so worried about. That you can see when you do your ink, but it's not going to stamp on my paper. I'm going to press that a little harder. And there we go. See, we got the nice image. So if you you don't stamp press hard enough, just redo it, and it lines up perfectly because everything's in the right spot. Okay, so now I'm going to take my aqua painter, and this is just a water-based regular classic ink, and so it will with just water it will bleed. Or here I'm painting my flower. So I'm just picking up the ink straight from the stamped image, and I'm going to do that on all of them. Kind of do them all assembly line. So I'm going to let that dry for the next step. So I already have one done. So I'm going to put those aside. And see, I already have a bunch of them that were done. So I'm going to put this right back where it was. And because I've done multiples, you already see where the stem is. So I know where to line it up. Now I'm going to take my early espresso ink, and I'm going to just ink right on top. It's a darker color, so I don't even have to wash it. Right on top of that same flower, and press this down. You see how that goes right on top of the rich raspberry stem? Those disappear because the early espresso just goes right on top of it. But now you have the outline on top of the flowers, and it just makes for a nice contrast. So that's what I did on all these. I'll put this one back. I will ink. I will press, and so forth. So I'll do that for however many you want to make. So then the next step is, I could have left that one in there, but I'll just put this one back. I want to, here's my bookmark, I want to emboss the It's a Beautiful Day. So I just put that right back where it was. I'm just going to hold it down a little bit. Use my embossing buddy. I can fix it a little bit. The embossing buddy just gets rid of any oils that are left behind so that I don't have the powder sticking where I don't want it to stick. My Versamark is kind of dirty, but it still works. I'm just gonna, so I already had that Beautiful Day, if you can see it on here, so I'm just gonna ink that up and then press that down. And then I'm going to take my, I use my embossing powders in these little plastic containers, and it just is handy. With a spoon, just going to put a little powder, flick it off, okay? Now, rather than using the heat gun to do it, I already, oh, do I have one done? I don't think I do have one done. Okay, well, that's all right. I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to pause it for a second. I'm going to emboss this, or heat gun it rather, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my heat tool was on the other side of the room and I was attached to the camera. So I just used my heat tool to melt the embossing powder, so that's all set. And then these are the other pieces I need to make my bookmark. I'm going to take my, I think it's called scallop topper punch, and put in, this is, the paper comes in 12-inch by 12-inch sheet. So I cut it at the 6 and then I cut it at the 2, so I got 12 pieces of 6 by 2, so you can make quite a lot of bookmarks out of one sheet of paper. So this makes, you can see maybe I'm better this way, the little scallop edge. And then I already pre-cut my rich raspberry and old olive circles. And then I'm just going to take, I'm using Fast Fuse. If you want to use another stronger adhesive, you can use tearing tape. And just put a little on there. And I'm just going to layer up the pieces. There we go. And I'll just do 2 stripes kind of down the middle. And I'll put this on the bookmark. And then to finish it off, I have this beautiful, you can see, the velvet soft ribbon. It comes in rich raspberry in 10 yards, and it's really nice, and it matches very nicely with this paper. So I already cut, I guess that's 3 inches. I really didn't measure it, but it fits right here into the slot where the scallop punch put. And then I'm just going to take some white string and a little bit. I love using white string. People in my classes know that I use it all the time, but for something that's so inexpensive, you can use it tons, and it makes a nice effect on things.